993 is the code name inside the factory. The car is the Porsche GT1. The chassis is a mixture of standard parts and tube frame. And a great deal of effort has gone into making this car as successful as previous Porsches such as the 917, the 956 or the 962. It's some 33 years that the first 911 was born, and after a successful GT2 campaign last season, Porsche realised that they had to build a GT1 car based on the 911 to maintain their place at the forefront of sports car racing. Porsche's race director, Herbert Ampferer, explained the project behind the 911. He said that the 911 is truly the finest sports car of them all, but this GT1 is still 1,000 times finer. This clearly stretched interpretation of the classic shape. The bulging fenders with vertical air intake elements in front and the airbox on the roof as crowning optical focus. They all represent more than the efficient shape of a racing car. They wake a general desire for a gorgeous looking car. The GT1 is not only built, though, to defend the Porsche tradition at Le Mans and on the GT circuits around the world, because there is also the possibility of a road version to capture the heart of every enthusiast. At least every enthusiast who has the money to buy one. Aerodynamics are cited as the main reason for the mid-oriented layout. The team can shape the bottom of the bodywork behind the rear axle, Porsche explain, as an effective diffuser, which gives the car a great deal of negative lift. A rear-mounted engine would have been in the way of this. This produces the apparently paradoxical case where moving the engine forward doesn't unload the rear axle, but instead creates the possibility of increasing downforce through the aerodynamic effect as speed rises. The central arrangement of masses in the car due to a mid-mounted engine also suits the technicians very well for racing, as they're less interested in stable, straight tracking, but far more concerned with low inertia around the vertical axis. That means agile turn-in behaviour. Equal load distribution from a mid-engine concept is a particular advantage for racing cars, as a result of the complex setup of aerodynamic and chassis elements, thus requires fewer compromises. The 6-cylinder engine in the GT1 is water-cooled, and the first tests were undertaken at Porsche's own test track at Weissach. The team was clearly happy with the way things were going. The car being driven here by the project engineer, Roland Kussmaul. He explained how the car was behaving.
The basic of the car was very well. It was very good for a new car. So then you can see it's a good level to start a car in a good race car. The car works very well of the changings in the car, changing of the springs and whatever. You feel the difference in one lap.
They say that if a car looks right, it'll go well. And Porsche's new GT1 Le Mans car is certainly absolutely stunning.